The strategist's creed: there's a reason some people never get blindsided. They don't just react, they predict. Michael Westen once said, "Spies don't bother with luck, we make our own." But what he didn't say is that every move he made, every silence, every smile, every escape, was built on psychological precision. Today, I'm going to show you 10 lessons you can learn from Michael Westen. Lessons that will teach you how to think 10 moves ahead, see through manipulation, and turn any situation into controlled advantage. 1. The power of calm control. When chaos erupts, most people panic. Michael doesn't. He slows down. He studies the room, the angles, the exits, the eyes. Calm is not the absence of emotion, it's the weaponization of it. People reveal everything when you're composed and they're not. When your tone lowers instead of rising, when your face goes still while there's cracks, you take control of the frame. That's the first rule. Command presence by lowering your emotional frequency. 2. Information is ammunition. Michael never walks into a room unarmed, but his weapon isn't a gun, it's intel. He reads files, listens for micro-reactions, decodes silence, because in dark psychology, knowledge equals leverage. If you know what someone fears, you can predict what they'll protect. If you know what someone desires, you can shape their decisions. In your life, that might be a boss, a client, or a partner. You don't manipulate them, you understand them so deeply that their next move stops being a mystery. 3. Never argue, redirect. Michael doesn't waste time debating. He redirects energy instead of opposing it. When someone pushes, he pivots. He knows arguments create resistance, and resistance breaks influence. Here's the rule. Control isn't taken through conflict, it's earned through direction. A true strategist doesn't fight for dominance, he designs the field so that others move naturally toward his outcome. 4. Emotional detachment is strategic power. You'll notice something about Westen. He cares deeply, but he acts detached. That's not coldness, it's clarity. He separates feelings from decisions. The person who can pause emotion mid-batter is the one who wins it. You can't think 5 moves ahead if you're reacting to your own anger, jealousy, or fear. Detachment is not disconnection, it's disciplined awareness. And it's the backbone of every strategic mind. If you're still here, you're one of the few people who think differently, the ones who study human nature instead of being controlled by it. Subscribe, because every week we break down real-world psychology and covert influence techniques used by strategists, spies, and CEOs to outthink the noise. Your transformation begins when your awareness sharpens. Let's keep sharpening it together. 5. Learn to read pressure. Watch Michael in interrogation scenes. He doesn't just ask questions. He builds pressure, step by step, until the truth exposes itself. In real life, you can use the same principle: silence, proximity, tone, and timing. People under pressure reveal what they're hiding through micro-patterns, glances, throat swallows, pauses, defensive humor. If you learn to read those, you'll start seeing truth in motion. Pressure isn't the enemy, it's a magnifier. 6. The art of controlled vulnerability. Westen knows when to appear open and when to close the vault. Controlled vulnerability is one of the most advanced dark psychology techniques. It's when you show just enough authenticity to build trust, but never enough to lose leverage. In negotiations, in leadership, in relationships, revealing a small truth can buy a mountain of influence. 7. Pattern recognition over emotion. Every human repeats patterns, even manipulators. Michael's real gift isn't charm, it's pattern recognition. He sees what others miss: the repeated excuses, the emotional tells, the timing of betrayal. If you study patterns instead of feelings, you become immune to deception. People's habits tell the truth long before their words do. 8. Use silence as a psychological weapon. Silence is uncomfortable, that's why most people rush to fill it. Michael doesn't. He knows silence forces the other person to reveal something, to close the gap, to over-explain, to confess. In strategy, silence equals gravity. It pulls information toward you without lifting a finger. The trick is simple: master your discomfort, and you'll master the moment. 9. Always think in exit strategies. Westen never enters a situation he can't leave. He designs escape routes before anyone knows a problem exists. In life, that means never being dependent, not on approval, not on money, not on relationships. Strategic independence is what gives you negotiation power. When you don't need to stay, people can't control you. 10. The mission never stops. Every episode of Michael's life is about one thing: control through purpose. He's not motivated by comfort. He's driven by mission. And that's what most people miss. They think life balance is about ease. It's not, it's about alignment. When you have a mission, you stop chasing validation. You become the architect of every room you walk into. That's the final lesson. When you live like a strategist, the game bends around you. Final word. The strategist's reflection. By now, you understand what Michael Westen really teaches. That control isn't force, it's awareness. And when awareness becomes habit, manipulation stops being something you fear. It becomes something you can read, anticipate, and neutralize.